In my opinion, the US dating market and culture often centers around online representation, perceived status, and hierarchy. I would argue that your income, physical looks, charisma and personality, and some elements of stoicism or frame, as a man in particular, are a crucial factor that affect the quality of your romantic opportunities. I believe in America, I believe we have in America, if I'm being honest, I believe we have an overabundance or wealth, overabundance of wealth, beauty, and social status influence, which creates an extremely competitive dating marketplace. It could be said that we suffer from an abundance of choice, which could lead to an inability to choose. Let's say I spend about, $200 plus or minus. You're talking about, like two steaks, two potatoes, a few cocktails and a dessert or two. Let's just, and that $200 may or may not include, what the 25% tip typically, right? So, let's just say I go on 2 dates a week, throughout the course of a month. So that's about $400 a week that you're essentially going to spend on dating. Multiply that by four, and you're talking about 1,600 to about, $2,000 potentially that any person that's treating someone out could actually spend in dating. And let's just be honest, right? My Range Rover cost that much. That's pretty much how much my Range Rover cost, and that's how much we spend on dating in the States. So and that's just, that's me as a kind of like a mature adult that does pretty much, you know, three, 4 or 5 star, dating, give or take. And I think any man that's probably about, 30 to 45 is going to be pretty much in that same range. If you add in a coffee date or two, a few cocktails, apps, just kind of little small stuff throughout the week, like I said, you can easily eclipse that 1,600 to $2,000 in a month just for dating, you know. All right. Although, this is, my, kind of like a rough budget, right? You know, although this is my budget roughly, I have to point out that 1,600 to $2,000 per month on dating is roughly what it costs